Hey everybody, welcome to Fit Tip Tuesday. This week I'm working on an easy breezy button down shirt for summer. I'm going to make mine sleeveless, and instead of using the straight hem on my pattern, I'm going to show you how to draft a shirt tail hem. I think a shirt tail hem like this one here, you can see on this white sleeveless top that I made. The shirt tail hem looks really nice untucked. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to draft a curved or shaped hem on any top pattern that you have that has a straight hem. So you can see right here, this is my perfectly fitted shirt. It's a cup-sized pattern. And right now for this week, I'm bundling it together with the complete step-by-step perfectly fitted shirt fit workbook for $25. So that's like a really good saving. So if anyone is thinking about making a shirt, now's the time, because you can get it as a bundle with the fitting information as well. The other thing I want to mention is if you're enjoying these videos, please click the subscribe button or click the little bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. I'm trying to make really cool content for you guys, and it's easier for me to see what's popular if you guys help me by participating. So please let me know what you're thinking. You can also post comments below. All right, so let's look at what I have here. This is the original straight hem, and I think what I'm going to do, just to make it really visible, I'm just going to darken the bottom of the pattern with my pencil here, just so you can see where the bottom is. And I taped it side by side, the front and back, to this pattern paper. Okay, so there's the bottom hem, and you're going to want to take a few quick measurements, because if you're going to take the time to create a shaped shirt tail hem, you want to make sure that it's flattering on you and the hem is ending where you'd like it. So if you measure from your center front down to where you'd like the front hem to be, make note of that, and then also have someone measure from the base of your neck down, so you have a measurement for how long you want your back hem to be. So you need those two measurements, and then you also need to check out your side and just stand in front of the mirror and look and see where your waist is, maybe your low or maybe your full hip, wherever you think you're going to want the side seam to end. We want to make note of that as well. Maybe some of you who are watching have already made the perfectly fitted shirt, and you know that your pattern pieces reach an ideal length for you. For me, the straight hem was perfect lengthwise in the front, but I wanted my side seam for where the shaped hem curves up to the sides, I wanted that to be 2 inches higher. So I cut off the bottom 2 inches of my pattern pieces to prep for this. That way I have a nice clean gridded paper here to show you what I'm going to do to create the shaped hem. So the base of my side seams right now is going to be where the base of my shirt tail hem is. But in the back, I'm going to want to add 3 inches. I want to make it just a little bit longer. So I'm going to make a straight line. This is my back right over here. I'm going to make a straight line as a guide, like that, in the back. That's how much length I want to add in the back. And in the front, I want to add 2 inches. So again, I'm just going to make a straight line that's parallel to all of my horizontal balance lines. All right. And then I know I want to curve up to here. You want to have a little straight underneath your side seam. You don't want it to come to a complete point like that, because then it will just look very pointy on your body. You can see from the picture of this white shirt, it does look like it comes up to a point, but in actuality, you have about a 1/2 inch of straight. Okay, so let me just erase all this mess I made. So I'm just going to come in from my actual stitching line, which is here. This is my seam allowance. I'm just going to come out like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dash in what I think my shape is going to be. Whenever you're in doubt, dash. So I have a little bit bigger than a right angle here. It doesn't need to be completely straight, but you can see there that it's starting to come off a little bit there. And then by the time I get to within 3 inches of my center back, I'd like to be on that straight line, because you want the back to look curved. You don't want it to look like you're coming into a point at center back or center front. So it's really important over here to have about, you know, 3, 4, even 4 inches. The less of a difference, or the more shallow your shirt tail hem is, the longer you can make your straight line. But you want to start thinking about moving that in pretty quick, because when you get up here, you don't want to just come to a like a hot point. So it almost curves back down a little bit like that. And then the same thing in the front. Because I'm only 2 inches in the front, I can start here, you know, and then I can reach my front probably by even 4 inches from the center front. And on this pattern, my center front is almost practically the edge of the pattern, because there's a separate piece for the button placket. So this is practically my center front here. So I'm just going to just draw yourself a curved line until you reach your straightaway. And then you can fine tune that with your ruler once you get your basic shape. So I'm even going to make it a little bit more gradual, like this. So see, as you come up to the top, it's really pretty parallel to the hem. So I have a little bit of a disagreement here. I'm just going to erase that and get that to meet. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to come along like this, and then I'm going to flip my ruler. All right. All right, so you can see this is really easy. There's not a lot to creating a shirt tail hem. So what I'm going to do is I want to put this right next to, I'm going to cut this one on the line, because I just want to check it right up against the front. So I'm just going to cut that off, and I'm going to cut this off. I'm just going to put this right here so they line up. Okay, so see, you can see what that does. Let me just put a pattern weight. See what a nice transition that is? It just has a nice gentle slope from front to back. So there's no sharp pointy, you know, the transition is not sharp and pointy. It's nice and soft. I mean, you certainly could make it more angled if you want to. There's no wrong answer, but just to make a nice hem that's not going to be tucked in, I think that looks really pretty. And you know, just keep in mind, you don't have to do the same width front and back. If you want the back to hang down lower so it like covers your butt, or you know, whatever is flattering for your shape, you certainly could even extend this a little bit more and fill it in and maybe drop the side seam a little bit. But just know your front and your back do not have to be the same, you know, the same amount down. You don't have to add the same amount to the front and the back. It can be different. So you can see here we've made a nice smooth transition. So I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to cut this. All right, so that's how you create a shaped shirt tail hem from a straight hem. If you have any questions about that, please post them below and I will help you. If you'd like to see more of this shirt on Friday, I will be showing more things about this on Friday during FabFit Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in my Facebook group. So there's a link below. You can join me there as well. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week for more Fit Tip Tuesday.